Sauce Walka thinks calling black people the N-word is the same thing as eating tacos.
Y'all dumbass are so dumb and brainwashed that y'all believe that racism is words instead of actions. Are you dumb? Let me teach you dumb what racism is in America. Racism is segregation and separation. What do now? Hey man, you can't come to my hood because you ain't from this hood. You can't hustle on my block because you ain't from this block. Oh, you rubbed the wrong color. You ain't this. You can't come do this and that.
In about 2 miles, take exit 2D on the left to merge onto I-395
opportunity
East.
from him. I'ma rob him. I'ma kill him because I don't want this to be in my area. That's what they used to do to us. They used to hang because they didn't want us on their streets. They used to burn people's houses and put crosses in their yard because they didn't want you in the neighborhood. Tacos, burrito, chalupa, wetback, food, disrespectful, bitch ass shit. Racism is racism no matter how you put it, man. And if we're gonna talk about it, are the most disrespectful racist on earth. We hate ourselves more than we hate anybody. Raw, steal from, don't support, don't help other.
You know what? Maybe internet access is not good for everybody. Maybe it's the same way you got to have a driver's license. Maybe we need to start having people clear mental thresholds to get on some of these apps. Well, all of the racial slurs for other people are a food.
What?
So that's why it was an apt comparison for him to say that black people is to the N-word as Mexicans are to tacos. If you're having trouble following this, I apologize. This is Sauce Walka's logic, not mine. He goes, well, yeah, you know, a lot of people are upset with me because I liken the use of the N-word to using tacos. But watch this. What do you call a Mexican? A wetback. A beaner. What do you call a white person? A cracker. Food, you dummies.
A wetback doesn't even...
Fam, I don't know what that got to do with food. I also don't know what the other racial slurs that he just so conveniently didn't use have to do with food. Like, what does a honky have to do with food?
I was going to say, yeah, honky.
Or the other racial slur for Hispanic people. I don't know what that has to do with food either. And it's crazy because I've heard him speak before about other shit, and he sounds very intelligent. And then now, just completely putting his whole foot all the way up to his knee in his mouth. And
So
I don't
aware
get it.
of how that conversation started?
Yeah. Because of what's homeboy's name? Mexican OT. Yeah.
Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Mm-hmm. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
And this one right here is not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up doing bad shit. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody, I'm black. I mean, what? It's what I was surrounded by, you know?
Mexican OT was on Angela Yee's podcast, Lip Service, talking about his usage of the N-word and how he feels like he don't really say it, but like if he did say it, what the fuck is somebody going to do about it? So I'm thinking that he is also deserving of the L in that case.
No, he can absolutely get the L. I'm just not paying attention to shit like that because, number one, to piggyback off of what he said, you grew up around people, you grew up loving them, and then ain't nobody going to do nothing to you. Number one, you don't love them. Because if you did love them, then you would find a way to leave this out your vocabulary. Like you're not owed the right to say it because you grew up around somebody. That shit's insane.
And there's clear disrespect there.
Secondly, what would they do to you? The same thing that they've done to any other rapper. They've killed rappers for less, fam. Like why do you think you bulletproof? Why do people think that they bulletproof?
Because he's from Houston and they allow him to say it.
And y'all don't even fight anymore. Like most of y'all Gen Zers don't even fight. So like you don't have the only guns on this planet, man, and you not made out of Kevlar. Dead you. That's what somebody will do. Dead you. Over a lot less, to be honest with you. Over the change you got in your pocket. Why you over here antagonizing, inviting violence to yourself so that you can say a word that don't belong to you or your community? It's insane.
But you don't think there's something inherently wrong about him having the confidence to say that shit, being that they allow him to say it in Houston?
I can't stop the hundreds of thousands, millions of black people in his home state that just roll with it, that allow that shit to go down like that.
That again, unmitigated gall comes from.
I've never dealt with that here.
Yeah.
Never dealt with that in this part of the country where it's just understood. And see, and also, I'll say this, the Hispanics here are not obsessed with cosplaying in another person's culture. Right? Things that I've picked up from Hispanics here around us are because they're very proud of their culture and the things that they keep dear. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to pick up things from their culture. I don't know what you can pick up from a Hispanic in Texas because they do what we do. Dress like us. They talk like us. Apparently they can't not say our words. They rapping. Right? Like everything about their identity is Black American. So like I don't understand, number one, the shedding of your own culture, because we not running around here calling each other Vato, Ese, Maricon. We don't do that.
Right.
Even the black people where you come from don't do that.
Right. So
this obsession with trying to assimilate, but at the same time assert your dominance and saying that you have a right to and all this other stuff. Like that's what's confusing to me. That's the entitlement to me, is that you working so hard to be over here, at the same time you're challenging people about your position. That's not what you do when you a guest, right? And that's why we all should probably stop leasing out parts of the culture. All of this invited to the cookout talk and shit. Cut that shit out. Nobody needs to be invited to the cookout, because we want to know the real reason why it's probably not great for you to say it. Because if you can ever shed it and then it be them, like those ends, if that's possible for you, then you should probably not be using it. If it's possible for you to shed the end and make us the ends, then I'm cool on all that.
Confirm something for me on that. So you say they have a better understanding of their culture there or here?
I'm saying they have more of a propensity to hone their own culture here.
Which is crazy, because Houston is where and Columbus is where? That's insane, first of all. Also insane is that another rapper.
It's the same in Vegas. It's the same in New York. It's the same in Florida.
Oh no,
they just cosplaying the Black Americans there too. It's again, I can actually learn something about Hispanic culture here because they're Hispanic, they're Latino. They take pride in the way that they carry themselves and show their stuff off. They're not trying to dress like us, talk like us, do everything like us, and then turn around and calling us nigga.
I think it's also funny that there's another rapper from Houston who is white, who would never say the word, and yet we got a Mexican saying the word. Crazy.
Who's the Houston rapper who's white?
Paul Wall.
Paul Wall, baby, because I think Paul Wall understands. It's like, first of all, Paul Wall doesn't need to say it. Doesn't need to say it.
No, he doesn't.
Like he first of all, he's smooth enough lyrically that the man could use any other pejorative to get his point across without using that. So number one, it could just be a skill set thing. Some of y'all can't get through 2 bars without cussing. Malice gave us one of the best verses of the year and didn't use a single cuss word. Some of y'all would break your brain trying to do that. So it's a tactful thing too. You don't have that many words in your head to spit out